Now, unless you're a motorcyclist who's been living under a rock for the past few months, you are well aware that Aprilia has recently announced the debut of the RS660. Now, the one thing about this new RS660 is that its price point has kind of eluded everyone. No one's real sure of what the price of this new sport bike is going to be. Well, lo and behold, last night I'm perusing the Cycle Trader app on my iPhone, and I found something, and I feel compelled to tell you about it. Let's go! Alright, so let's cut straight to the chase, guys. Here it is, check this out. Yep, 12.5, 12,500 bucks. Now there's a couple of reasons why that's important. Reason number one is, you know, Aprilia is it's an Italian company, right? And just like Ducati, for example, they've been known to produce some, you know, $20,000 motorcycles, right? And so the prospect that Aprilia has decided to manufacture a new middleweight sport bike for the masses at such an attractive price point is just great news for your average Joe like me, who got bills and kids, yet wants a new motorcycle. Now, furthermore, on the note of affordability, let's put this into perspective, guys. 12.5. That is the exact same price point, give or take, as the Gixxer 750, for example. So when you're talking about guys like me who were baptized into the life of sport bike riding on a 600, like this Yamaha FZ6R, the prospect of a middleweight alternative to the Gixxer 750 is very exciting. Another point for your consideration: insurance. Now, I've never priced insurance for a Gixxer 750, but I'm willing to bet that a 660 is going to be cheaper on insurance than a 750. Now, I don't know how insurance companies actually class this stuff, right? Reason being is, you know, for example, is a Gixxer 750 and a Yamaha MT-07, are they considered in the same class? I don't know. I don't think so. You're talking about a super sport versus a sport naked. So I don't know. But either way, I'm willing to bet that a 660cc machine is going to fare quite a bit better, maybe, on insurance than a Gixxer 750, as an example. This is my first street bike, my only street bike, and you know, I am ready to upgrade. Not financially, but, you know, in my little head, I sure would like a new motorcycle. But so when the time comes and I do upgrade from this bike, my number one consideration has always been the Gixxer 750. It's supposed to be very comfortable, and you get that extra punch of another, you know, 150cc. And of course, if you want to stay with the sport bike style, you are pretty much relegated to the Gixxer 750. But there's also other options like the Triumph Daytona 675. Now the 675 is no longer in production. So what is Aprilia competing with? Well, they're pretty much only competing with the Ninja 636, right? The thing about this RS660 is that it's going to be a parallel twin, right? Another example of a parallel twin, just if we're talking about possible sounds, right, exhaust notes of what this bike is going to sound like, the Yamaha MT-07 is a parallel twin. Whoops, let me get that out of your way there. Now Aprilia is, they're advertising this bike as a road bike, a street bike, right? They're not aimed at any specific class for track racing or anything like that. You know, if you go to their website and read the description on their design cues and stuff, what inspired them about this bike is they wanted to design an everyman's everyday street commute sport bike-ish hybrid thing. Actually also, if you look at the seat and read the description about it, it's not designed to be in a very aggressive attack position. It's a little bit more upright. However, it does have a nice swoop on the clip-ons, judging from the pictures. And there's several articles you can read about this new bike where the authors describe the same things I'm describing. But again, man, a guy like me has no business on a 1000cc bike. You know, I don't want a liter bike. And at the same time, I want to step up from the 600, and this is quite possibly going to be my next motorcycle, the Aprilia RS 660. Just look at this thing, man. Look at how gorgeous this motorcycle is. It's aesthetically perfect, in my opinion. This motorcycle is aesthetically perfect. It everything from the headlights to the perfect swoop on the tail. It is just ideally what I aesthetically am looking for in my next bike. Now back to the competition thing. Let's compare this thing to like a Ninja 636. This RS 660 is going to be under 400 pounds wet, just under 400 pounds wet, and it's going to have 100 horsepower. So, you know, take that stat, mold it around in your head a little bit, and what you should come up with is quite a formidable middleweight sport bike. Now, if you go to Aprilia's website and read up on the design features of this motorcycle, you'll see it achieves its low weight based around an aluminum frame. You know, this FC6R, for example, is a steel frame. So there's your weight savings right there. Pretty impressive, man. Under 400 wet pounds. Very impressive. Now, engine-wise, this is basically a baby RSV4. And what I mean by that is they have taken the 1100cc engine off the RSV4 and they've cut it in half, literally, so to speak, and they've taken the front half of the case and built that as its own engine. So it's an all-new engine design, parallel twin, 660cc, 100 horsepower. Should have a sound, again, like I said earlier, like an MT-07 with the right exhaust. Another question I have about the thing is, what kind of a power band is it going to have, right? Because it's going to be a parallel twin like the MT-07, but the MT-07 is notorious for being a torque monster. You know, low and mid-range stuff. So you're talking about a naked upright versus a middleweight sport bike. The question remains to be answered is exactly what characteristic is this motorcycle going to have, because I would imagine the fuel mapping is going to be way more aggressive than the MT-07, right? Similar engine design, but totally different fuel mapping. So I don't know. It's yet to be seen. I don't even know what this new engine is going to tack out at, right? With that being said, I don't know off the top of my head what an MT-07 tacks out at. If you know, comment down below and it'll maybe shed some light on this mystery. I am super curious as to just how exactly the RS 660 is going to pull. But anyways, guys, finally, an exotic alternative to the middleweight bike scene, other than a Triumph Daytona 675. The Aprilia RS 660. That's all I got, folks. Comment down below with your thoughts on this new bike. What do you think it looks like, man? Do you see yourself opting for this new bike? Are you in the market for a middleweight? Let me know. Comment down below. And now for the obligatory YouTuber thing. If you like this content, smash the like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been me, and that has been you. It's Half Click Up, guys. I'm out of here. Peace and goodbye.